Feel free to interrupt anytime you want. Any question you want to ask, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask those questions. So we'll get started. आज हम लोग बात करने वाले हैं प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन ऑफ एडवांस एक्सेल की. सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू, व्हेन यू व्हेन समबडी सेज एक्सेल, आप लोगों को क्या याद आता है? आपके दिमाग में क्या आता है व्हेन समबडी सेज एक्सेल? व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट व्हेन समबडी से एक्सेल? एनीवन कैन आंसर. देयर इज नो राइट और रॉन्ग आंसर. व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट व्हेन समबडी सेज एक्सेल?
Calculations,
Calculations, charts, okay.
pivots,
Power tables, okay.
formulas.
Okay.
Keeping data.
Simplify the data.
Simplifying the data, storing the data, okay. Okay, I hope all of you are working somewhere or have some experience in past, or is there anybody who is fresher? Completely fresher?
I am patient.
Okay, so anybody else besides, sorry, what's your name again?
Amul Rathod, sir.
Amol, okay. Anybody else who is fresher?
I'm fresher.
Okay, your name?
Revati.
Okay. Alright, so Amol, Revati are fresher here. Alright. So
Yes, sir.
let's ask the people who are not fresher, okay, to check if in their past experience has there been any company where they have not used Excel. So जिन लोगों को experience है उनको पूछते हैं कि पास में उनकी कोई भी कंपनी थी जहां पे उनको Excel यूज नहीं करना पड़ा था.
No.
नहीं, शॉर्ट
No.
आंसर इज नो. आप कोई भी जॉब
No.
में, कोई भी रोल में, कोई भी कंपनी में होगे, यू नीड टू यूज एक्सेल. बी इट एनी डोमेन, इट कैन बी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, आईटी, आईटीईएस, even if you're in, like, let's say hospital domain or hotel domain, or even let's say you travel or anything, you need to use excel, है ना? और वो डोमेन में भी आप कोई भी डिपार्टमेंट में रहोगे, यू कुड बी इन ह्यूमन रिसोर्स, यू कुड बी इन technology like data science, you could be in development, you could be in procurement, you could be in sales operations, sales, marketing, HR, finance, anywhere. आप लोग को फिर भी Excel लगेगा. So Excel is used everywhere and anywhere, and uh, that is what makes it important कि Excel जो है वो सबको अच्छे से आना चाहिए. Alright? So इसको थोड़ा बाजू में रखते हैं. You don't have to worry about it. Just know that Excel is one of the most important tool out there to learn. All right. Okay. What is Excel? So basically, a little bit about Excel. So Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet software. There are others also. ऐसे नहीं कि सिर्फ Microsoft Excel ही है, but Microsoft Excel is the most used Excel spreadsheet software. There are other like Google Sheet, LibreOffice, OpenOffice, Coral Office, right? All of those are there. It is designed and developed by Microsoft and as a part of application suite. So application suite के अंदर आपके पास में आता है Excel, Power, Point, Word. ये जो तीन है ये मेन है. उसके बाद में Access आता है और कुछ और भी चीजें आती है. उसका पार्ट है Excel. हम लोग का फोकस जो है इस पूरे सिलेबस में सिर्फ एक्सेल पे रहेगा. एक्सेल features calculation, graphing tools, pivot tables and macros. Macros are basically programming code. So एक्सेल में आप कैलकुलेशन कर सकते हो, डेटा स्टोर कर सकते हो, उसके ऊपर आप ग्राफिक डिजाइन कर सकते हो, यानी विजुअलाइजेशन बना सकते हो, पिवट टेबल करके समराइज कर सकते हो, उसको ऑटोमेट भी कर सकते हो. As I said, it is most used office application across the globe. दुनिया में सबसे ज़्यादा यूज किया जाने वाला ये ऑफिस एप्लीकेशन है. ये विंडोज, मैक, एंड्रॉयड, iOS सब पे चलता है और हर टाइप के इंडस्ट्री पे चलता है. जैसे मैं बता रहा था, एनी इंडस्ट्री यू आर इन, इट विल वर्क देयर. ऑलराइट, ओके. Let's see the next thing. Why should I learn Excel? When I say I basically mean you. Why should you learn Excel? Before I give some opinion here, कि मुझे क्या लगता है कि आप लोगों को क्यों Excel सीखना चाहिए? Why don't I start with you all? Why don't we go a quick round table to everyone and you can tell me why you are here today, why you want to learn Excel. All right, so maybe I'll start picking up from name. So I'll start with Amol. Amol, why do you want to learn Excel? आपको Excel क्यों सीखना है? You can unmute yourself and answer. Go ahead.
एक्चुअली सर अगर एक्सेल सीखेंगे तो सर अच्छी अच्छी कंपनी में जॉब मिलेगा सर, बिकॉज हर कंपनी में भी एक्सेल ही चलता है सर.
Okay, so Excel is like salt. हर एक चीज के अंदर अगर जो नहीं होगा, so that thing will not taste, right? आपको जरूरी हो जाता है. Very good. Deepak.
Hey, hi Rakesh.
Hi Deepak.
For me, I've been working in the organizations from last 18 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I have some knowledge in Excel. But now I want to explore what advanced Excel is because considering my work now, I believe having
Mm-hmm.
the knowledge of advanced Excel will be handy and will be of help. I think also excel in my career as well. So I want to explore more on advanced sector.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. That will definitely help you. Uh, Meghna, coming to you. Thanks, Deepak.
Good morning.
Good morning, Meghna.
So,
Good morning, sir. So, my major focus is the reason I feel Excel is important to process information, to present it in uh, a crisp way. So, there are multiple sheets, and then you collate the data and present it. It's for maintenance of records, and so majorly is to use functioning Excel in a better way in day-to-day activities in office.
Perfect. So, summarizing your data, presenting it to your leadership, making sure they understand the crisp information and don't have to go through entire database, right? Excellent. Excellent.
Exactly.
Okay. Thanks,
Thank you.
Meghna. Nitin,
गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
good morning.
मेरा काम तो है अकाउंटिंग टैक्सेशन में है. जो भी कैलकुलेशन पार्ट रहता है, जो समराइज करना, डेटा प्रेजेंटेशन करना, उसके लिए मेरे को ज़्यादा ज़रूरत पड़ती है क्योंकि कैलकुलेशन पार्ट फास्ट हो सके और प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए उसके लिए मेरे को ज़रूरत पड़ती है.
परफेक्ट परफेक्ट है, एकदम सही आंसर दिया आपने. एक्सेल जो है वो आपको हमेशा आपका जो कैलकुलेशन है वो फास्ट करने में हेल्प करता है. और नितिन, आप टैक्सेशन में हो तो अभी चीज़ें कॉम्प्लिकेट होती जा रही है. यू हैव ओल्ड रिजिम, न्यू रिजिम एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाट ऑल.
यस यस
सो
यस.
वो सब कैलकुलेशन मैन्युअली करना इज ऑलवेज डिफिकल्ट.
हाँ,
सो वेरी वेल सेड.
यस.
थैंक्स नितिन.
थैंक यू.
रेवती,
Good morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग.
Good, good opportunity. That's why I learning Excel.
ओके,
Good
सीखना
opportunity
अच्छी
for job.
अपॉर्चुनिटी है.
Hmm.
यस, ये आपको अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी भी दिलाएगा. यस,
Hmm.
ठीक है. ऑलराइट, थैंक्स रेवती. सचिन,
Yes.
Yes, good morning, Rakesh.
गुड मॉर्निंग.
The reason I would like to learn advanced Excel is because, uh, like, so far in my career, like, I didn't have to use, kind of advanced Excel functions in my current role. But looking at the future, like, there will be a requirement wherein I'll be having to work on large amount of data, and if I want to do it in a short span of time, then I believe advanced Excel skills will certainly help me. And I'm also planning to move my career into data analytics direction. So I think this is the first step towards that. So these two are the main reasons.
Okay, excellent. All right, perfect. Thank you, Sachin. Shubham, Shubham, I think yes, you're on mute. Are you able to unmute yourself? Okay. We'll come back to Shubham. Let's go to Vishal. Vishal,
Yes, hello. Good morning, Rakesh.
good morning.
Like said Sachin, this is also my first step towards the data scientist, or you can say data analyst. So that is why
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, excellent thought. All right. Um, Maulik, you just joined us. We were talking about why should we learn Excel? हमें Excel क्यों सीखना चाहिए? So, आपका क्या ख्याल है?
Hey, hi Rakesh.
Hi.
So this is for to use it into your professional life. So that is the prime motto.
Mhm.
And of course, as others said, regarding the data science and all. So this is the first step towards that. And world is changing very fast, so you need to upskill yourself. So that is the main motto here.
Okay, perfect, Maulik, perfect.
Yep,
All right,
thanks.
so let me show you what thought I had behind when I said why should you learn Excel. So, here are some of the thoughts. Okay, first, it can help you jumpstart the career. So I jump started my career with Excel. So I can actually vouch on it that it will help you jumpstart the career. Not only if you don't have any job, even if you have job, it will help you get a better one. To be honest, uh, it will help you from move from data entry to data science slowly and gradually. Right? Think about it. Even if you are doing data entry, you need to learn Excel, and even if you are data scientist, you need to know the Excel. So it is from basic to most advanced. You need to have Excel. It is easy to learn, trust me, compared to any other thing that your friends said would have advised you to learn, like टेस्टिंग सीख लो, सैप सीख लो, बिग डेटा सीख लो, या फिर डेटा साइंस सीख लो, पाइथन सीख लो। इन सब चीज़ों से ये सबसे आसान है और सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी भी है सीखना। उसके बाद में इसका वाइड एप्लीकेशन है, इसके बारे में आपको बता चुका हूँ। इट इज़ यूज्ड अक्रॉस मल्टीपल इंडस्ट्री, मल्टीपल डोमेन्स, ऑलमोस्ट बाय एवरीवन इट इज़ यूज्ड। ओके, इट हेल्प यू रिड्यूस टर्न अराउंड टाइम। सो जैसे कि हमें अभी मेरे ख्याल से एक अपने स्टूडेंट बता रहे थे कि उन्हें समराइज करना है डेटा, समराइज करके दिखाना है क्विकली। सो एक्सेल के साथ आप बहुत आसानी से और बहुत जल्दी करके दिखा सकते हो इंस्टेड ऑफ डूइंग इट मैन्युअली और यूजिंग एनी अदर एप्लीकेशन फॉर दैट मैटर। इट हेल्प यू इंक्रीज एक्यूरेसी। जो भी आप काम करोगे, जैसे कि अभी हम नितिन, आई गेस नितिन से बात कर रहे थे जो टैक्सेशन में है, अगर जो मैन्युअली कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा चांसेस है कि एरर होगा। यहाँ पे उनकी एक्यूरेसी हाई रहेगी। उसके बाद में आपको जो टाइम है वो आपका सेव होगा, बिकॉज आप जल्दी से चीज़ें कर पाओगे और अपने करियर में प्रोग्रेस भी कर पाओगे। प्लस इट विल मेक यू मोर एम्प्लॉयबल। सो फॉर स्पेशली फॉर द पीपल हु आर ट्राइंग टू गेट देयर फर्स्ट जॉब, अगर जो आपको एक्सेल आता है तो चांसेस ऑफ यू गेटिंग हायर्ड इज हायर कंपेयर्ड टू व्हेन यू डोंट नो एक्सेल, right? So Excel hona will make you more employable. So these are some of the thing. Any question, comment? I'll just pause for 10 seconds here. Any questions or comments? Okay,
No.
okay, perfect. आगे बढ़ते हैं. So चलिए एक्सेल सीखना है, बट अभी क्यों सीखना है आपको? Why should you learn now? Right? So there are multiple reasons, to be honest, that I can say. First, this is the must have skill in industry and any department and any role. So I'm repeating it again, but this is true. ये हर एक डिपार्टमेंट का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट स्किल है। सेकेंडली, इट विल हेल्प यू इंक्रीज your demand, and there is a general demand of data analyst and data scientists has been increased. This is almost a recession proof career, to be honest. अगर जो आप अभी भी जाके देखोगे, सबसे ज़्यादा जो जॉब ओपनिंग्स आपको दिखाएंगी would be for data analyst and data scientist. Okay, even if the industry is, or entire economy is going through a slowdown, but there is still a huge demand for data analysts and data scientists in the market. If you don't learn now, you basically have a risk of lagging behind. Let me ask you, some of the people who are experienced here, is it like you decided this one that I want to learn Excel and you are in the class, or you were thinking from a long time? कि अभी मुझे एक्सेल सीखना है, आज सीखूंगा, कल इनरोल करूंगा, परसों इनरोल करूंगा. इट टुक 6 months, ईयर टू कम एंड इनरोल टू दिस क्लास. कितने लोग हैं, किन लोग को ऐसे हैं जिन लोगों ने अभी लास्ट वीक डिसाइड किया और आज वो क्लास में है? कितने लोग ऐसे हैं जो सालों से डिसाइड कर रहे थे और आज फाइनली क्लास में है?
It's me, sir.
Yes. Even
सालों से चल रहा था.
oh yeah.
है ना?
I was planning to learn advanced Excel from long time, but since like at that point of time, my job role didn't require knowledge of advanced Excel, but slowly I'm getting a feel that like if I don't learn it now, and suppose if there is any need for me to work on certain work wherein advanced Excel skills are required, and if I say that I don't have that skill, then it will look really bad. So that is the reason I thought like it's high time that I should be learning it. Yeah.
Perfect. No, true. See, sometimes it is important to have a knowledge in hand rather than waiting for an opportunity or situation where you're going to use it, right? So I'm glad आप लोग फाइनली क्लास में हो. अभी पीछे मत रहना, प्लीज कंप्लीट इट. ऑलराइट. सो अभी सीखना ज़रूरी होता है. एंड होता क्या है, बहुत बार हम सोचते हैं कि हम करेंगे क्योंकि लगता है कि फ्यूचर जॉब में रिक्वायरमेंट होगा, एंड यू सी योर फ्रेंड्स कलीग ऑलरेडी कंप्लीटिंग इट एंड मूविंग अवे, राइट? So it is more important that you learn it faster. One more reason, it will help you take a step towards your dream job. जैसे कि हमें अभी एक स्टूडेंट ने बताया कि उनको डेटा साइंटिस्ट में जाना है या डेटा साइंटिस्ट बनना है. डेटा साइंटिस्ट इज अ लॉन्ग जर्नी, but understanding data, using data manually in Excel will always help you a lot. It will always help you to get there. All right. So before we go into the next session or the next topic or next thing that I'm going to show, I hope all of you agree that it is important to learn and important to learn now, right? Now,
Yes.
why should you learn from AFCKS? What is the advantage that AFCKS provides you? So I'm going to talk a little bit about it. First, let's understand about FCKS. FCKS stand for Achieving Freedom by Creativity and Knowledge Sharing. Okay, we believe in this truly, and we believe that knowledge is the best way to make you free from a lot of obligations or a lot of issues that you face while trying to work in your company. All right, uh, we help to learn and not here to instruct and complete the syllabus. You have seen lot of institute, वहाँ पे आपको एक specific fixed syllabus मिलता है. They will go through it. The focus is completing that in the shortest span of time and not actually knowing whether you understood or not. Here it's not like that. Here we learn through example, and we make sure that you try those example in class itself. So we know whether you are able to understand or not. And if not able to understand, we are here to help you. So I'll talk about that a little bit more. And we really value your dreams. That is why the first question I asked you, why you want to learn, right? I don't have to know it, to be honest, but I want to know. So if I understand that some of you are searching for a job, some of you want to move into a different career or role, we can guide you a little bit more from that perspective rather than just teaching you Excel, right? Okay, what else? So our trainers, like myself, are industry expert. We have practical experience in field. All of us are currently working, and the syllabus that we design is based or used in the most simplified method to help you understand and learn. Okay, so everything that you will see, everything that you learn is coming directly from our own experience uh, while doing it in reality, and we found ways to help you understand it in the most simplified way. Our courses are designed in such a way that anybody can learn it. It's not limited to IT graduate or science graduate or engineering graduate. It is open to everyone, even if you are art graduate or commerce graduate, or even you have not completed your graduation or don't have any formal learning experience. you'll still be able to understand it. Okay, so बहुत simplified course है अपना. And we have a couple of more support that we provide. We have a job forum group where a lot of our students are there who are reached to a great position or in a good companies. They keep posting their jobs there. You can connect with them. They can guide you how to prepare for interview and everything. There is a query solving group where you can post your queries and will help you support those query. There is a lifetime support with the batches you are done. For example, if you complete Excel batch, so after 6 months or a year down the line, you'll see that we have started or included some new example. You'll receive those examples through Excel in an email, and you'll be able to use them and understand them at any time, right? That's a service you'll receive for those all the courses that you completed, and you'll receive it unlimited. All right. Any question on this?
No.
Okay. Some more. All right.
No.
There are a lot of advantages. Sorry, go ahead. Was there a question? Okay. Curriculum is research based, okay, and designed for your industry. So now you might be thinking we are from different industries, so how it is for our industry, right? Um, so we have 200 plus example, and all these example will help you to understand something from your domain. So we have something related to finance, something related to human resource, something related to sales operation, something related to project management, something related to people management. All those things are there. So some of these example you'll be able to lift as it is and put it to work into your own company. Some of the things can be generic for all of you. Like we look up, all of you will have to do, right? So some of those things you can simply lift and start implementing in your company. A practical application based approach. Okay, so how do we do it? So we don't have a lot of theories that we'll cover, very limited theory. Probably first day only you'll learn theory. From next day onward you'll be focused completely on examples only, right? So how it will work? First I'll show you how to do something, and then I will like you to try it. So once you try it on your own hands on, you'll understand it much better rather than just going through the book. Each and every example you'll be able to try, and once you learn it you can just lift and shift to your work environment. It is an interactive session designed for working professional with busy or hectic schedule. And what do I mean by that? So we don't have expectation from you that you'll go home and try to do practice, try to do learn what you learn here today. No, what we think is, or what we do here is, one, we'll try the example and show you how it is done, and then we'll let you try it on your own here itself in your class, right? So जो भी आप सीखोगे आपको हम इतना टाइम देंगे कि आप क्लास में ही उसको ट्राई कर सको. फिर मैं उसको चेक करूंगा सही है या नहीं, उसको बताऊंगा. I'll also tell you if you have any questions. I'll show you again and again if you're not able to understand, but we'll solve that in our time in class itself. There will be nothing that you'll have to take as a homework. Okay, there could be some assignment that I can give you which you can try and upload, but that is more of a assessment criteria. uh, but you don't have to spend any time beyond what you spend in class. That will help most of you working professional. So I know the work environment are very hectic these days. बहुत ज़्यादा काम होता है, workload बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गया है सबका. So that will help you most. Any question on this? Any comments? Okay.
No, Rakesh, it sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's talk about course content. Like आप में से सब लोग क्वेश्चन रहेगा कि मुझे सीखने क्या मिलेगा? What will you learn? So alright, you learn lookups, very basic. VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, lookup, HLOOKUP, using if to do a lookup, right? All those things. Then you'll also learn references. You'll learn pivot tables. You'll learn data summary. How to summarize the data? How do you put pivot table? You can summarize data using pivot table or without it. You learn subtotals, you learn charts, you learn dynamic formulas, you learn date and time concept, you learn timelines, you learn slicer, automated reports, you learn groups, best practices, visualization. That's all your charts and graphs and again all those things. You learn dynamic charts. You'll also learn dashboards. You learn timesheet, logic, formatting, number concept, form controls, out of box tool, and macros. So these are all the things you learn in this entire syllabus. Plus, if you have something that you're facing challenge at your office, we can have some extra time where I can explain you those as well. So the course content will include example based on this all. Now think about it this way. Let's say you're trying to create a chart. Okay. You cannot create it without summarized data. So our example will not. So let's say I don't have 10 example that only talks about chart. I have 10 example that covers data summarization, pivot tables, slicer, chart together. So it's end-to-end example. It's not just conceptual that, hey, here's a dummy data, put a chart on it and it's ready. No, you'll be able to summarize data and then put chart on it. You'll be able to do lookup and then put logic on it. Or you'll be able to create, let's say, summarize data, do formatting, and then use dynamic charts on it, right? So those things we'll learn. It will not be standalone example कि बस pivot table कर लिया example में फिर से repeat नहीं होना है नहीं हर बार repeat होगा जहां जहां उसका काम गिरेगा right make sense okay any question on
Yes,
this
sir.
thank you any question on this okay
No.
assume there are no question okay good thank you okay so now what are the next step first you need to wake up early every Sunday which is the bad part I myself is not a early morning person but we'll all wake up early every Sunday 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. 12 p.m. our class will be there okay so first thing you need to take first step and then what you need to do is complete registration I'll talk a little bit about fees for this course is 8,000 we are providing discount from covid time and if you pay a single payment you'll have to pay only 7,200 rupees so you'll get 10% discount if you pay in installment you can pay two installment of 4,000 rupees one you need to pay before class start second will be after a month there are some payment method note down these contact numbers this one and this one that will help you connect in case if you face any problem so your first step is to do register yourself okay what next so once you register you need to make sure that you attend class every Sunday 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. only one day you don't have to come every weekend only or attend every weekend it's only Sunday class and duration is 3.5 to 4 months approximately we'll learn 200 plus practical example make sure you ask question आपको क्वेश्चन पूछने हैं प्लीज डोंट बी वन ऑफ द सेशंस जहां पे बस मैं बात कर रहा हूँ जैसे ये वाला आप लोग क्वेश्चन ही नहीं पूछ रहे हो but make sure you ask questions okay and then we'll learn 200 plus practical example okay you can prepare for the exam so there will be an exam which is a free you don't have to pay for that exam extra you receive a certification from AFCKS if you clear that exam there will also be a letter of completion which is separate which will be based on your attendance so you need to make sure that you are attending and of course I talked about query support and job forum groups I talked about learning through new examples okay and final you can get guidance you can also connect with me for any kind of learning career guidance you need and later on what will happen you'll get certified you'll get a FCK certification You will be able to successfully clear the exam if you focus well in the class. Uh, the most important thing you'll need to do is start implementing what you have learned. So once you start implementing, the knowledge stays with you. Start applying for the dream job that you wanted to do. Could be job within the company or completely new. And the last thing is to keep learning because you still have a dream, right? Because only Excel will not give you everything that you need. We talked a lot about Excel, but I just wanted to clarify. There are multiple more tools to learn. You can learn VBA, Power BI, Power Automate. A lot of next learning path that you can take on. But yeah, Excel is a foundation stone of all of it. Okay. All right. Any question on this? Anyone?
Rakesh, that feels excluding GST, correct?
No. Yeah, good question. No, I think it is all inclusive. It is all inclusive.
Okay.
So you don't have to pay anything beyond this amount.
Okay, so we'll get the GST bill also with that amount.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Rakesh, regarding the certifications, I believe there are two kinds of certifications, right? Like one
Correct.
wherein we'll have to prepare for some exam, and then there will be one
Completion
which
letter.
we will get after the completion. Okay, got it.
Correct. So there are two basically.
And which is that certification? Like which requires exam? Is it something to do with Microsoft
No, no,
certification?
it is not a Microsoft, it's a AFCKS certification, but that certification state that you passed the exam and cleared it, achieved, or let's say kind of rating to get the certification. Whereas other certification just say that you attended and completed the training session. So one
Got it.
is
Yeah.
passing certification, other is completion certification. Good question. Anybody else? Any other questions?
And that query
No, sir.
support and job forum group, is it something on Telegram only or?
Yes,
Okay.
they're on Telegram only. So you can join those. We'll share link with you, and you can start applying for a job through our some of ex students basically. Or there are multiple more people. Actually, that groups also includes some human resource people from different companies. They keep posting jobs there. Any other questions before we go to the actual demo?
No questions so far. Maybe we'll have questions going forward.
Of course, yes. You should have questions. All right. Um, so let's see Excel in action. All right. So I'll just open one Excel book. Okay. It's a very simple book that contains some name. Right? I'm actually going to remove some of them from here. Just keep 10 of them. Now, this is a very simple example and we have to use it many times in a different manner. Right. Here, what I'm trying to show you is how to split this name between first name and last name. You may need to do it with email addresses where you split email addresses to get domain out of it, or extract name from email addresses, or extract a city name from city dash or comma country name. So there are multiple events where you have to do similar things. Can anybody tell me how many ways are there to do it in Excel? Just a guess. You can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Anyone? कितने तरीके हैं जिससे हम ये जो फर्स्ट नेम है लास्ट नेम है उनको स्प्लिट कर सकते हैं?
Two.
Okay, 2. All right. Anybody else? Okay, chat में किसी ने किया? I'm not able to see the chat. So शुभम बोल रहे 2. Okay.
Shubham is saying two. Yeah.
Okay. और कोई? Okay, let me tell you how many options are there. One, you can use formula. Okay. Second, you use text to column. Then you can use control H or find and replace is what we call it. All right. Then you can also use CTRLE or the AR functionality within Excel. Okay. These are some of the things you can do. All right. Let me show you, let's say, formula based one. So you need to say is equal to left, select the text, and say how many number of characters you want. So Aishwarya has 9 characters, so we'll say 9. Akshay has 5, so we'll have to put here 5, correct? Did I put 59? Okay, 5. So what I need to do is every time I go to the next one, oh, it is 6, I need to put that number, right? And it could be difficult to calculate, like I have to count. This is not dynamic. So to make this formula dynamic, we add one more formula called find. Okay, we need to find space within this text. Now space is a 10th character, right? It comes exactly after Aishwarya, Akshay, Bhushan or Gayatri. So we'll need to just subtract 1 to get the correct information, and this is how you can make your formula dynamic. We'll learn more into details, right? What is left? What is find? So for example, when you actually learn, you'll be able to see that left is a formula that returns given number of character from left hand side or left side of the text. So you basically start from left hand side and you count. So for example, let's say you have written ABC and you said that, okay, I want 2 characters. You will be able to get those 2 characters, right? That was left us. What do find does? Find will say I want to find B in this data. Where is find? Where is B in this? B is on the second number. Okay, so we combine this all and you get a dynamic formula. So this is how you can do it with formula. Now let me show you text to column. You need to also use write formula and get into it, but let's say we want to use text to column. So we'll go to here, data, text to column. There's also a shortcut key that you can use. Now if you see the data is separated by space, so we'll say delimited space, next, and select where we want data and click on finish, and they are separated, right? This is more simple than putting the formula anytime, right? You don't have to
Yes.
worry about remaining syntax and everything. Okay, let me show you probably a more simple way. So I'll put it here and here. Twice I have put, एक बार जो है first नाम के लिए, second जो है last name के लिए. So यहाँ पे मुझे first name चाहिए. So I'm going to say Control H. I'm going to say space asterisk replace all. Then here I'm going to say asterisk space replace all. हो गया? First name last name मिल गया? This is even much simpler than probably text to column. Actually, I'm sometimes confused between these two, but these both are simpler than putting a formula. Now I just showed you asterisk. So asterisk जो होता है एक वाइल्ड कार्ड कैरेक्टर होता है. वहां पे एक और है कॉल्ड क्वेश्चन मार्क. Asterisk का मतलब होता है all the characters, any number of character. Question mark means one character, only one character, right? But we'll learn about it later. So this is other way. Now let's see if there is a simpler way to do it, right? So I'm just going to go here and type Ash Varya, okay? And try to press Control E. देखो आ गया पूरा अपने आप. Then I'm going to say Patole, and just below that control E. In fact ये name भी आ गया, नहीं आना चाहिए था, but see how simple it is. You just have to put control E. Which one of these you find simplest though? आपको कौन सा सबसे आसान लगा?
Control E.
Control
कंट्रोल
E.
E, है ना? बट हम लोग क्या करेंगे सिलेबस में, ऐसे सब जो है एग्जांपल्स हम देखेंगे. रीजन आई विल टेल यू, राइट? फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से यू वांट टू राइट अ फॉर्मूला जहां पे हाई शुड लिख के आ रहा है, सो आप इसमें से ये कोई यूज नहीं कर सकते हो. यू विल हैव टू यूज फॉर्मूला जहां पे आपको पहले हाई लिखना पड़ेगा एंड देन यू नीड टू राइट लेफ्ट with a find function. So just because something is easy doesn't mean we'll just focus on that thing. We'll learn everything. Okay, this is one of the example I wanted to show you. The other example I wanted to show you is how do we create, let's say, a dashboard. So this is a dashboard example that you will learn. Okay, hold on. So this is a dashboard example that you will learn when we start using Excel. Almost around the end of the syllabus you'll have this example. This talks about sales data basically, and you have option to filter it. So इसके अंदर आपको slicer भी available है और different charts भी available. This will be the first simplest dashboard you'll do. There are multiple others, but this will be the basic one. Okay, we'll learn a little bit more about dashboarding, visualization. We'll not only learn कि आपके dashboard कैसे होने चाहिए, you'll also learn कि आपके जो चार्ट्स है उनको फॉर्मेटिंग कैसे करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई गिव यू वन सिंपलेस्ट एग्जाम्पल. जो आपके कॉलम या बार चार्ट होते हैं उनके बीच में जो गैप होती है दैट शुड बी बिटवीन हाफ टू टू थर्ड ऑफ दिस कॉलम. ये जो कॉलम दिख रहा है यहाँ पे कलरफुल ऑरेंज वाला और ये जो दूसरा है उसके बीच में जो गैप होती है ना, it should not be more than 50 to 66% of this column. Okay, that's best practice. So these kind of things you will also learn here. और फॉर एग्जाम्पल हियर ये जो चार्ट है इसे कौन सा चार्ट कहते हैं, किसी को पता है? दिस राउंड वाला
Pie chart.
पाई
Pie
चार्ट.
chart.
Right chart.
सो
Pie
पाई
chart.
चार्ट में मैक्सिमम कितनी कैटेगरीज हम यूज कर सकते हैं और उससे ज्यादा क्यों नहीं करनी है, ये हम सीखेंगे. राइट, सो विल लर्न ऑल दोज थिंग्स दैट विल हेल्प यू make your visualizations better. All right, and we'll learn other things also that you can use for visualization. For example, here this one, this is a EMI calculator. This you'll learn how to do it कि कैसे बना सकते हो. So for example, let's say you have taken a loan of 50 lakhs, okay, at the rate of interest of let's say 12% for the tenure of 100 and 240 months probably, or 180 months for example. Okay, so okay, so 180 months or so. So how much your EMI will be, what is your total payment, how much of is that is principal, how much is interest at a given EMI. Okay, what is your interest that you're paying and what is the principal amount you're paying. So let's say first EMI you'll pay principal of 8891. Second, it will keep increasing and interest will keep decreasing, right? So this is a tool. And where can you use some of those things is like, once let's say you learn it here how to build it and then you built it, you simply pick it up, email to your team members or seniors and say, hey, I know all of you are either having some loan or interesting on taking or thinking about EMI calculation or something, here is a way you can calculate it, right? So if you are trying to purchase a home and you're taking loan of 50 lakhs, here is how you'll be able to see how much money you'll end up paying, or what will be your EMI, what will be your interest rate and everything, right? So some of these things will help you gain not only knowledge but showcase that knowledge so you can grow. Okay, so ये सब भी हम करेंगे. Any question?
No.
All right, so I'll stop here and I'll go back to the Excel file and I'll see if you have any question on this. And one more thing I'll do for you is I'm going to share my contact number here. It is here. Check your chat. Also my email address. In case if you have any question, reach out to me. All right. And if you have any question now, I can take it and help you understand or solve any queries that you have currently. So any question, anyone?
So Rakesh, I have one question around these sessions. Like, may I know why are we not having it recorded? Like, for example, suppose if I miss any session due to some personal reason, then there will be no way for me to learn that session that I have missed, right?
That's not true. So let me answer that question first and then I'll come you why we are not recording it. So how the classes are structured, right? Uh, so when you come into day one, you will just learn a little bit of theory and some examples. Next day, we'll do a revision of all of it. Okay. So everything that you learn in class 1 will be repeated in first 15 to 30 minutes of second class. So there will be revision completely and everything you learn will be repeated in somewhere or other, right? Like when I was explaining what all things you learn, right? So here that slide, let me go back. Okay, this one, right? As I said, right, that your example will be combination of these. So in all examples, whatever you do, you'll learn and repeat some of those things. So you'll not actually miss anything. But let's say you missed 3 or 4 classes continuously. That could be a problem. So how can we help you with that? What we do is in the next class, you can attend those missing classes free of cost. You don't have to worry about any payment. You can just connect with me and come to class and you learn those things again, right? So you'll not miss it. So we'll make sure that if you are not able to come through genuine reasons, we'll be able to help you and guide you. Now, that I think will help you understand that okay, if you miss something, you're not actually going to miss it. We're going to cover it for you. Okay. Now, coming back to your earlier question, why we don't record? Precisely for this reason. What happens is if we record and make those recordings available, we have noticed a behavior where people rely more on recording rather than attending the session, which makes it difficult for us. A student not in class, we are not able to answer your questions because you don't ask it, because you're not there, right? So to cut that part, we don't record it at all. You need to come to class, you learn it here, not by yourself. If you want to learn by yourself, there are multiple videos available in YouTube. है ना? So that is why we don't record. Make sense?
Yes, understood, Rakesh. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question, anyone? That was a very good question, though. Any other question?
So, would you be sending any document of whatever we learned during the class,
Yes.
or do we have to take real-time notes?
No, you don't have to note down anything. Okay. All you need to do real time is practice through the sessions and the examples. You will receive notes. As an example, you'll receive 200 plus files. throughout the course, which will be named something like this. Let me show you probably.
Hmm.
So something like this, right? This is your, for example, first example, second example, right? And if you see, they are labeled or named in such a way that you can actually search here and pick up what you want to do. For example, let's say you want to transpose the data, you can just say transpose, and you'll be able to see all the example which are related to transposing. Okay, so you'll
Okay,
receive
great.
entire guide or entire folder that will become a guide for you, a knowledge base. You'll receive it in two way, by the way. You'll receive it over email as well as through our portal. So it is safe there. Even if you miss on an email or delete it by mistake, you'll still have it on our portal.
And would this be like immediately after the class
Yes,
or
immediately after
end
the
of the
class.
course?
No, no,
Okay.
immediately after the class. Because sending you, let's say, 5 or 10 example on a day is better than sending you 200 plus example on last day, and then you'll not be able to remember what I learned on the first class, right? That happens. So no,
Hmm.
immediately after the class you'll receive it.
That's great.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. Anything else? Anyone? Any other question?
So Rakesh, my question is, I'll not be, for practicing on Excel, I would rely on my office laptop, and I currently do not have my personal laptop, in proper condition to work smoothly on the Excel.
So when you say
So
your office laptop, do you not have Excel in your office laptop?
I do have, but the files. So would you be sending those to the personal email ID?
I can send it to personal email ID, but it won't be like that. I'll tell you what. Okay. The data. So for practicing, we'll create it. We're not going to copy or download for anywhere, right? I'm going to send you completed example after the class. बट जब हम लोग क्लास में होंगे, डेटा से लेके फॉर्मूलास जो भी हम करेंगे वो स्क्रैच से करेंगे, जीरो से. सो यू कैन
Mhm.
डू इट ऑन योर
Okay,
ऑफिस लैपटॉप
just
बिकॉज
for
यू आर
the
नॉट.
data part I was asking
हाँ,
because
कोई एक्सटर्नल डेटा नहीं लेके जा रहे हैं, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. हम
okay,
बनाएंगे डेटा खुद
okay,
से.
okay.
ओके, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? ऑल गुड क्वेश्चंस. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
So Rakesh, like I when I check the website, like I believe from March, Power BI classes are also getting started. So since, like for example, I believe one of the requirement to do Power BI classes, we have to complete this advanced Excel course. So, but this course will get completed after 3.5 or 4 months. So, is there any way that we can still do Power BI class from March, just so that we are working on two tools
Okay,
simultaneously,
Sachin.
so that it will reduce the time taken to kind of learn different skills?
Yeah, sure, you can do it. But Sachin, are you working somewhere at the moment?
Yes, I'm working.
Do you have time to manage two classes or two different heavy syllabus at a time?
Yeah, I mean, if it is a weekend batch, I think I can do it. Yeah.
Okay, you can do it. I can ask Reza sir to get you enrolled. But my recommendation would be this, okay? Unless you think you are able to manage it, go one course at a time. Trying both things, failing at both, so then try first one, excel at it, and then be expert in the next one. That would be my suggestion. But if you think you can manage it, definitely go for it. There is no
Okay.
restriction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
The only reason I was concerned about is it should not happen that just because I didn't complete practical application of Excel course, I'm not able to follow the Power BI course. So that was my concern.
Ah, that
If
concern
it is
is
not
valid.
interlinked,
That
Yeah.
concern is valid. There is some interlink because a lot of formulas that you see in Power BI, which is called DAX, are somehow picked from Excel, right? Because they are those both Microsoft tools. Uh, but I don't see it unless you are completely novice to Excel. It should not be a challenge. But still, my recommendation is to complete one thing first, and then go for next. That is my recommendation, in my opinion. Uh, you are free to choose.
Sure, Rakesh. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
no
Yeah.
worries. Any other question,
Uh,
anyone? Yeah, go ahead.
Rakesh, Deepak here.
Huh.
Okay. It's more of a practical aspect. I'm asking this question.
Huh. Huh.
So I saw the syllabus and the way we are going to proceed,
Mm-hmm.
the topics. But my question is actually I did not I just decided yesterday and I'm here today for the class
Hmm.
because I was in the middle of a project.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at some point I realized that I was creating a dashboard and it is more of formula based.
Hmm.
More, or I would not say more. It is entirely formula based. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so now there is a requirement that it should be slicer based.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, my point is, if I am seeking some help in terms of topics that I want to see, I'll not be disturbing you on the sequence of the topics, but if I'll seek some additional help from you that I need some help on slicers or dashboards in the interim before we jump into the topic. So, will I be getting some additional help on that?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. I'll be glad to help you. No worries.
Because I had some timeline to meet to submit that project. So definitely I'll be more happy because in the demo class I saw some few examples that I'm very much curious
Yeah.
to learn.
So I'll help you with
And
Slicer, Deepak. Okay. I'll certainly help you with Slicer. But here is the thing, right? आज आप डैशबोर्ड क्रिएट कर रहे हो, आपको लगा कि स्लाइसर काम में आएगा. सिलेबस में ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो आपको काम में आती रहेगी. सो
जी बिल्कुल
मैं आपको
बिल्कुल
स्लाइसर
दैट
सिखा
इज
दूंगा, बट इट डजंट मीन कि आपको वहां पे रुकना है. मेक
नहीं
श्योर यू
नहीं
कंप्लीट एंटायर थिंग विथ फोकस.
ये
ओके.
तो
ओके,
डेफिनेटली
ऑलराइट.
डेफिनेटली
हाँ. अदरवाइज यूल
दैट
रियलाइज
इज द
डाउन द लाइन,
प्रायोरिटी
अरे अभी अभी मुझे ये काम में आ रहा है, मैं अभी जाके वो सीख के आता हूँ. ओके, डोंट डू दैट. ऑलराइट, लर्न इट.
जी नहीं वो
डिटेल्स.
प्राइमरी फोकस तो है एडवांस एक्सेल के बारे में सब कुछ जानना
हाँ,
है
आई नो
जो
वी
भी
ऑल
सिलेबस
हैव
में है
डेडलाइंस एंड
बट
वी
एट द
ऑल
सेम
हैव
टाइम
मैनेजर्स. या, आई अंडरस्टैंड. आई अंडरस्टैंड.
थोड़ा एडिशनल सपोर्ट चाहिए इन द मेन
श्योर
टाइम
श्योर. श्योर श्योर.
जी
ठीक है.
ठीक
गुड.
है थैंक यू
गुड,
राकेश
विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू. ऑलराइट. एनीबडी एल्स, एनीथिंग एल्स?
No, Rakesh.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop screen sharing.
यू आर नॉट ऑडिबल टू मी राकेश
Am I audible now?
आई कैन हियर यू
Sorry, Deepak? Am I audible to others?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, Rakesh.
Yes.
Yes, sir.